Hi, have you heard the class in kite victors? Do you like the story of ZAKHUMA? Who was ZAKHUMA? ZAKHUMA was a forest guard and a nature activist. He tried to protect forests from the trespassers. Like that, take page number 8 of your textbook. There is a newspaper report on it. See, you try to read it carefully. Just go through the lines and underline the difficult words which you cannot understand and underline the sentences also which you cannot understand. Okay, I'll give you a model reading. Living close to nature is living life in full. Suryamani's story will definitely be an eye-opener to those who deliberately walk away from nature. Suryamani is a tribal nature activist who loves the forest and considers it as her own. She loved the forest and knew that she could do something to save it. In college, she became a part of the Save the Forest movement. She went on work with children on weekends explaining that our survival is linked with the survival of the forest. You've gone through the news report and you just write down the difficult words on your notebook. After writing the heading Nature's Daughter, you just write down the difficult words on your notebook. Find out its meaning from the glossary given at the end of this textbook or using a dictionary. You just write down the meaning. Okay, after that, there are 3 questions given here. What is the news item about? First question, what is the news item about? You just write down the question on your notebook and write its answer. And the second question is, Suryamani works hard to save the forest. Have you ever made an attempt to save nature? Have you ever made an attempt to save nature? Write about your attempt. That is second question and write its answer. Now, third question. Our survival is linked with the survival of the forest. Do you agree with this? If you agree with this, you write yes or you write no and why. Why? That also you should write and write this question and send it to me. Okay? See, imagine that you are going around your house for a nature walk. You just go around your house for a nature walk and listen to the sounds you hear and look at the things what you see around your house and what you feel with your skin, what the touch of air or anything, what you feel with your skin, that also you carefully watch. And after that, there is a table on your textbook and you list out the things you could see. You could see big trees, you see? That, like that, whatever things you see, you write it in the first column. And I could hear what sounds you heard while you were walking around your house. What sounds you heard, that also you list. The chirping of birds, like that, whatever sounds you heard, that you write in the second column. And I could sense the fragrance of flowers. You felt the smell of fragrance of flowers. That smell of flowers, like that, whatever smell you feel, that you write on the third column. Or you could sense, you could feel, whatever you could feel, that also the touch of raindrops, that also you may feel, and that type of things also you can write on third column and complete the table and send to me in WhatsApp group. Okay. Here we can read about the story of a boy who sets out for a trip to appreciate the beauty of nature. Where does he go? What does he see there? How does he feel? Let us find out from the reading passage. Okay? You also like to explore the nature, no? See, how far is the river? It's on page number 9. You just take the first 2 paragraphs. Just read it. Between the boy and the river stood a mountain. The boy was young The river was small, but the mountain was big. The thickly forested mountain hid the river, but the boy knew it was there. He had never seen the river with his own eyes, but from the villagers he had heard of it, the fish in its waters and of its rocks. He wished to touch the water and know it personally. Have you gone through these two paragraphs? Have you underlined the difficult words there? Okay, now see you closely watch the picture given there. See, the boy sets out for a journey. There is a hill and there is a mountain. After the hill there is a mountain. He has to cross the mountain to reach the river. Now come to the third paragraph. He stood in front of his house on the hill opposite the mountain and gazed across the valley, dreaming of the river. He was about 12 years, a sturdy boy with untidy black hair and shining black eyes. He had fine features and a clear brown skin, but his hands and feet were rough and scratched. He was barefooted not because he couldn't afford shoes, but because he liked the feel of warm stones and cool grass. The passage, have you underlined the difficult words? I think the words gaze, sturdy, untidy, features, scratch, barefooted, afford. These words may be difficult for you. There may be more than this. You just write it on your notebook and its meanings also. Refer the dictionary or you can refer the glossary at the end of the textbook, end of the reading unit 1. Okay. And now there are 3 questions at the right side of this passage. You just go through the questions. What is the first question? What prevented the boy from seeing the river? What prevented the boy? You just go through the passage and find its answer. It's there in the passage itself, and write the answer and question and answer on your notebook. Okay? And the second question, what did the boy hear about the river from the villagers? What did he hear about the river? What the villagers told him about the river? You write the question and its answer on your notebook. And the third question, why did the boy like to walk barefooted? He didn't like to wear shoes or chappals. Why? Why he liked to walk barefooted? That also you find from the passage and write it on your notebook and send it to me. Okay? Bye.